Why are autoplay video games so insanely popular now? In 2014, a new MMORPG game called Monkey King Online was unleashed on the world and prominently featured AFK, away from keyboard, functionality, and a botting option which effectively played the game for good lengths of time on its own. Fast forward into 2021, we were introduced to another MMORPG called League of Angels Heaven's Fury, which defaults plays from the very beginning of the game to autoplay. The pace of the game is so fast, you as the player, in quotes here, spend all of your time dealing with constant pop ups and claiming items, rewards, treasure wheels, and pavilions designed exclusively for the player to spend real money. In 2022, Jade Goddess was released as an MMORPG and made no apologies as it auto-logged you into the game and instantly claims rewards for you, followed up with instant access to the gambling wheel and cash shop pop-ups. Remember, the player has done nothing nor pressed a key on the keyboard or click on the mouse in the game to this point. You actually do not physically play this game. You can't help but wonder, is this a Bitcoin miner masquerading as a video game? Hmm. The reason why I bring up these particular three games is because to this point, most of the games featuring autoplay were Korean and Chinese based mobile games. These three specific games are MMO based and intended for the segment of gamer that could be called more traditional. So, how were these games received by the so called traditional online MMO gamers? Well, not so well in general. Several gamer YouTubers featured these games and similar ones in videos, basically ridiculing them as inept games designed to mesmerize its players with constant, shiny, moving visuals while offering no challenge in gameplay at all and demanding money for the experience. Be that as it may, as of 2023, autoplay games are firmly entrenched in the mobile segment and are continuing to gain traction in the MMORPG space. Autoplay's popularity is here to stay. An interesting quote from the game Mobile HD Graphic Channel states, "Games with AFK and autoplay with auto skill function allow people to play the game while doing their jobs or continue with daily activities at the same time." The channel has published a list of the mobile top 15 autoplay games, which include titles like Nonstop Game RPG, AFK Arena, Artery Gear Fusion. Yes, those are the titles of the games. The entire list of games are mostly Chinese with some Korean representation. In the Gamer article, 2019, The Rise of Autoplay in Mobile Games, Tanner Fox states that autoplay in gaming is a weird concept. It lets the computer play the game for you. This concept has taken off in Asian markets and in the last few years has featured in tons of mobile RPG games, but also in some MMORPG games. Autoplay allows for the AI to crunch out the grinding of quest and combat in the background while you supposedly focus on more important things like upgrades and resource management. It may not be for everyone, but who doesn't want to experience an RPG in which they get to skip the grind? While it certainly isn't a gameplay loop suitable for a good amount of Western releases, it's a huge deal in China and even in Korea. Autoplay in mobile gaming dominates there because it easily ties into the microtransactions and in-game monetization schemes that are ubiquitous in all other games. The main thinking here is around the question, why wait through an automated grind when you could just pay to skip it entirely? While underhanded, tactics like these have been included in every style of game. autoplay heavy titles are particularly susceptible. So, we have started to touch on why anyone could possibly like to play an autoplay game. Skipping the grind has been mentioned, but that in itself is not very compelling. What else? In collecting comments from random gamers, these points were made for us to consider. There is a certain charm in looking at your raid run going flawlessly after setting up everything just right. Usually this works on well-balanced games though. Upgrading and setup in the game is more fun for me on mobile than the actual playing of the game. I love gaming. It has been my main hobby since I was a kid. As an older father who worked around 50 hours a week, I don't have much energy or time to game. Autoplay and idle games are a good send in my situation. I can check into a game when I want, deploy some decision making and strategy, and put it away. I wish I had more time, but I don't, so I enjoy what I can of auto games. It depends on the game. Some games that have an autoplay option don't necessarily have shallow gameplay. It's more of an option for convenience. There are times that I'm quite busy doing chores or paperwork. Whenever there's an event, I sometimes farm the game via autoplay to make some progress even if I can't play manually. Some people really enjoy the management part of these games, outfitting characters, messing with builds, etc. Seeing numbers go up has been a gameplay draw since nearly the beginning of gaming. MMOs really take advantage of this by showing your power level every time you level up or equip a new weapon or skill. Anime-styled famed waifu appeal is the strongest draw for many players. Autoplay games don't require much attention, and progression provides the dopamine hit which helps to handle social anxiety and sensory overload. It also helps dealing with neuropathy in the hands by requiring minimal dexterity. It makes commutes less boring and distracts from other life moments. It makes lunch hour not drag. It means not standing around a park, not knowing what to do, but actively moving around doing virtual stuff. In distilling down the information and comments that were given by players of these kinds of games, there are 6 key points to be made about the autoplay games. And they are: 1. The players have increased mental focus because they are in charge of their time. They're allowed to focus on certain objectives by farming the game specifically for cosmetics, builds, and anything that they particularly want. 2. Physical limitations. These type games address physical accommodations that are necessary, like neuropathy in hands or other dexterity type physical limitations that the players may have. 3. Quick progress. Speeds up the game, provides quicker leveling up for the players, and weapon and skill attainment. 4. Coping. It helps some gamers handle social anxiety and sensory overload issues because the game allows for dopamine hits to regularly occur from the gameplay. 5. Combat boredom. It provides players a good distraction while they're commuting or passing the lunch hour at work. 6. Desire. The anime style of the games create a strong waifu appeal. Waifu, the definition, is a female character in anime or manga which one thinks is better girlfriend material than real-life girlfriends. Yep, that's what the word means. An increasing number of researchers are predicting that autoplay is an upcoming feature which will be embraced by most casual gamers, and especially so on a platform which is easily portable and accessible by busy people. As I end this video, think about how many of us log into YouTube or watch a family member or friend play a video game just because it's fun. Isn't autoplay gaming just a variant of that experience? I wonder. Let me know your thoughts. Share in the comments what you think about autoplay. Is it here to stay? Is it something that's positive for gaming or negative? Take a time to comment and like and subscribe. Thank you.